fight week this time around?
I mean, it's nice to be here for the whole thing. So, I know I got to be here for the last one, but, I'm just taking it all in and, just trying to stay comfortable.
Is it any different, the feel of just the whole week?
I guess, it's more normal now. I've done it a few times, so it's a little bit more normal.
Talk about the matchup that you have here. What's on paper? It's a tough one, but what are you thinking about it?
Man, they're all tough fights, dude. If you end up here, every fight you're going to get in is tough. So, I mean, it's obviously a tough matchup. I don't know what Australia and New Zealand got against me, but I'm not the man to say no. If anybody's known me my whole life, I'm not the guy to say no to anything. So, I step up anytime they ask me. I've never said no, and you can ask Mick Maynard that. I've never said no matter the case. So, it is what it is.
I've seen people taking some humor in that, right? You keep getting matched up with people from that part of the world. Has it made you laugh a little bit?
I just want to know what the hell's going on, man. Like, we couldn't get anybody else. Australia's the only place that they can find me a fight from. But, like I said again, it is what it is, man. It doesn't matter who they are or where they're from. I've never said no to a fight my whole life, so.
Has anybody hit you up from that part of the world, like social media, like picking on you or showing support?
Well, I mean, everybody across the world is, talking shit right now. So, you just got to silence the haters, man. They don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? They just want to take what they've seen in my past performances and, they want to, they know that the deck is stacked against me. It has been my whole life, though, man, and I've never laid down because of that. I always step up to the occasion.
Do you thrive in that? I mean, do you kind of it seems like you're kind of embracing that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I definitely thrive in it because it's all, it's been my whole life, man. From, the time I was born, we've been through hell. So, it's not a new day to me. This is just another one.
So do you look at this as a must-win situation? I mean, I guess every fight kind of is in some way.
Man, I don't care. It doesn't matter at the end of the day, man. I'm going to come out, put on my best performance that you guys have ever seen me, and, I'm going to shock the world, dude. I promise you.
I love it. Last thing for me, I guess, what kind of fight do you think we see? Because on paper it does look like it could be fireworks.
Yeah. I mean, anytime I'm in there, it's, somebody's getting hurt quick. So, but, the idea this time is just react and respond, man. Every time something happens, react before I get into a dangerous situation.
I think you just said everyone around the world is talking shit. Like, what are they saying to you? Like, why are they talking shit?
Well, I mean, let's just start with my name. When your name's Harry Hunsucker, you got the easiest name in the world to make fun of, dude. I've been getting laughed at and picked on my whole fucking life, man, So, it's that and, people saying that I'm a can. I don't deserve to be here, but there are people who are probably, still eating unemployment if they can. You know what I mean? So, I ain't worried about that. Yes, sir.
How's the weight cut coming down to 205?
Listen, I would have been at 205 a lot sooner if I would have known how easy it was going to be. You know what I mean? And, and again, y'all haven't heard much from me, but, I've always thought I could beat anybody, dude. That's why I didn't cut to 205 is because I thought I could beat everybody at heavyweight. And, I mean, my body size didn't agree with my heart, you know what I mean? And, I've had the deck stacked against me since the first time. I came out here on the Contender Series 4 days' notice. I came out here to fight Tuivasa 4 days' notice. Fight the first heavyweight in UFC history to miss weight. And people are running their mouth about that, dude, like it's something funny. You know what I mean? There's nobody in the UFC said yes to fighting Tai Tuivasa. Nobody. But I did. You know what I mean? I could have not taken the fight with Tafa. You know what I mean? And I could have still took home the same paycheck. I thought I could win. I mean, it's not like I'm getting brought out here to be a punching bag for these guys. I think I can, I thought I could beat every one of these guys. You know what I mean?
Do you wish you would have gone down to 205 for the majority of your career?
Everything happens for a reason, man. So, I had a lot of great performances at heavyweight, man. On the regional scene, obviously, that's a much different world than where we're at now. But, everything happens for a reason, man. And, now is my time.
Being the underdog, do you feel a little bit extra pressure to put on a show? I know that you kind of talked about that a little bit, but is there a little bit more excitement maybe towards putting on a spectacular show here in Salt Lake City, shocking the world, as you've been saying?
Yeah, obviously being the underdog, a lot of pressure's off my back. I think all the pressure's on him. You know what I mean? He's got, if he fucks this up, I think it's much more, much bigger for him. So I don't really feel any pressure at all. So
last thing for me, coming here and actually performing in front of a big audience. You fought at the Apex, small little crowds here and there for the UFC, but what's it going to be like to be there in front of a giant crowd?
At the end of the day, man, it's two people. So, you know what I mean? I've been doing this my whole life.
Thank you.
Back here to your right, aside from how the weight cut is going, how much different do you feel as an athlete now as you've gotten smaller?
I mean, we've made the tweaks in our game this time, dude, where I feel like I've never felt this good before. You know what I mean? Like, Nicole in nutrition is, like if you're not using her and you're a part of the UFC, you're crazy. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion because she kills it. So, I mean, with the tweaks to the diet, the weight coming down, the updates in my training camp, it's just everything's where it should be, man. I feel perfect.
And is there an extra sense of excitement with being on the pay-per-view card?
I don't know. I've been trying not to think about it really, just because it's all pressure filled. It doesn't matter. Again, it's just two people in there, and like every time it's full of pressure. So, I'm just glad I get to fight in front of my wife this time. She gets to come out and see.
And this is obviously from the Apex the first time she's going to see you live in the UFC?
Yes. Yep.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you've got 7 wins by first round finish. Is this going to be number 8?
Our whole game plan this time is just react and respond. So I don't have no plans, man, other than to check every time that I get put in a dangerous situation, check it and respond.
Did you do anything different training for 205 instead of training as a heavyweight?
I wouldn't say necessarily I trained differently to be at 205, but I knew that it's not like it's not common knowledge. I needed to make some tweaks, you know what I mean? So we made the tweaks. I added, Coach Nickerson to my camp this time, and, it's been a godsend. I'm the most confident I've ever been, so.
Did you make any adjustments to deal with the elevation here in Salt Lake?
We've been prepping for that the whole time. So, as soon as we found out we were getting the fight and found out where it was, we were prepping for that. So,
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just one for me. The most clever pun you've heard about your name. What has it been?
I don't know if it's appropriate.
Come on. Just amongst friends here.
Man. Nah, I'm not going to answer that. Nope, you're not getting that one.
How about the second most clever?
Oh, God. I mean, none of them are clever, dude. They're all elementary shit. Like, I could have made up better stuff, in 3rd grade than some of the stuff that I hear, man. So. Sorry, buddy. You don't get an answer. But use your imagination. You look like you're a pretty smart guy. You could type it. You could Google something. Yeah.
Real quick, do you think you're going to fight better with your wife in the crowd, just knowing she's there?
Again, doesn't matter, man. You know what I mean? We've done all the prep. It's me and him. You know what I mean? I'm just glad she can be there to witness what's going to happen.
Awesome. Thanks.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.